Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. So tonight we're doing a tutorial on this look right here. It's a little bit crazy, a little mixed up with colors, but we were winging it and this is what happened. I don't think it's that bad. Kind of colorful, and the blue is a little something different. I started recording this video as a voiceover and my laptop froze on me. So I lost all the footage of 90% of the eyeshadow on my lid. So sorry about that. My laptop saves that footage, but this time it didn't. So it was a fail. It was a lose-lose tonight. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Let's get into it. Hey guys, so I was filming this purpley, orangey, pinky look, and my laptop decided to freeze middle of recording, and that's not the first time it's happened, but usually my stuff saves to my iMovie library, so I can just go back in and start up while I left off, but this time it didn't. So you missed the entire eye look for the most part. But I'll go back over the products that I used since my computer wants to be stupid. I went in the crease first with this shade right here by ColourPop. It's called Paper Tiger. And then I went in with this NYX shadow that I've had forever and ever and ever. It's called LOL. It's an orange shade. And I put that in the crease as well. And then I went underneath that a little bit with this shade from Milani called Bella Rouge. It's a pink shimmery shade, but I don't think it's too shimmery to put in the crease. So there's that one. It's number 19, Bella Rouge. It says it's a metallic, but I don't think you can really tell too much on the eye. And then on my lid under the purple, which I still have to blend out, I used a little bit of this NYX white eyeshadow base. I forgot I had this. It's really good to kind of like make colors more vibrant. It's kind of similar to their Jumpy White Pencil and Milk, but mine's a little flat right now, so. And I have the hardest time sharpening them. I don't know, it doesn't work for me. And then on top of the base, I put a little bit of this purple shade in this Almay palette. It's called Intense Eye Color Party Brights. And I picked up this purple shade right here, which is what's on the lid. So now that my camera is recording, I'm going to go back in a little bit with the pink shade again from Milani and buff into the purple a little bit, so there's no harsh lines, at least as much as I can get it. So I'm going to go back in with this small blending brush right here, and again back into the Bella Rouge shade by Milani. I'm so upset that they didn't record. It's been a few days and it's been a long weekend, and yeah. So I'm just going to kind of pop this on the outside of the purple shade and in the crease just a little so there's no harsh lines. And I'm going to use this flat brush again for the purple shade. And I think it's this purple color. This purple color had a lot of fallout that I'm going to have to get off my face. So there's that. So how was everybody's weekend? Hopefully good. We thought our puppy was going to have to get surgery this weekend because of a corn cob that he ate a couple of months ago, but he ended up pooping it out. So that's great and cheaper. Still expensive. Most expensive poop that he'll ever take. Anyway, he's good. He's behind me on the floor laying down. You can see him, sort of. Anyway, so I'm going to go back in with the first brush that I used for Paper Tiger and just kind of blend everything together. So there's where we are now. I had already mentioned this in the other part of my video that didn't save, but we went out jet skiing this weekend, so that's why I'm a little crispy in certain areas. I'm going to go in with the other side of this flat brush and pick up this kind of cream color shade, this first one right here in this Selfie palette by Makeup Revolution. And I'm just going to pop a little bit of that on the brow bone. I don't do brow bone highlights too much. I feel like there's not a whole lot of space between my eyebrow and my actual eyelid, so I kind of just don't. Maybe I'll mix the two together. These two right here. Whoops, these two right here. All right. So I guess that is it for the lid. I already moisturized my face as I recorded in the first part that didn't save. But I heard good things about this. A friend of mine actually uses it and said good things. I don't know how to say it, so I'm not going to try. But I tried this moisturizer on my face. It says for normal to dry skin, moisturizes, restores, and maintains protective skin barrier with ceramides and hyaluronic acid. So I guess that's pretty good for the skin. So now I'm going to prime my skin a little more using this L'Oreal Paris Magic Perfecting Base. This is the little jar that it comes in. So this is what it looks like. It's like a little pinkish colored pomade type of thing. So I usually just take a little bit on the back of my fingernail and start putting it in the areas where I usually need to prime a little more than others. All right, so then I'm just going to go in with my finger and press it into the skin. And this is kind of like a pore filling primer. I should have done like a before and after. Let's see if you guys can tell. This is the side. I don't know if you can tell. See my pores here. And then over here where I blended it in, you can't really see them. Alright, so now I know I said I didn't like this sponge as much as my Beauty Blender, but this is about all I got right now. My Beauty Blender is a little funky, and it's not performing as good as it normally does, so I'm going to have to order a new one. So for today, I'm going to have to use this sponge. And I am going to mix a little bit of two foundations together since I think my skin is probably a tiny bit darker. It's hard to tell on camera, but in this mirror up close, my face actually does look a tiny bit darker than this foundation. So I'm just going to mix these two together. This is the Estee Lauder Double Wear in the shade 1 and 2 Ecru. Nope, not today. And then this is the Fit Me Dewy and Smooth in the shade 315 Soft Honey, which is probably entirely too dark for me, but I bought it in case I did self-tan, which I have not. So I'm just going to put most of this all over my face and then do a couple dots of the Soft Honey and then blend the two together. See how light that looks? I don't know, maybe it's just me. I feel like foundation never goes good on top of sunburn. Like it never looks right. Does anybody else have that issue? I hate that I used my middle finger. I kind of feel bad. All right, so now a couple dots of Soft Honey, which is probably way too dark, but we'll find that out in a second. Looks really dark. It actually just started getting like warmer around here. Finally. Like, I feel like it was chilly for so long, but now the warm finally is here. I hope it's here to stay because I love summer. Looks a little dark, but we'll see. Alright, so I'm going to go in with the L'Oreal sponge and kind of hopefully mix the two together. I feel like this sponge does nothing but pick up the product and take it off my face. Does this match okay? My neck, for the record, will never, ever, ever turn any other color but pasty white. So unless I'm fake tanned, I gotta literally bring all of the foundation like down here because it just won't. I don't know. My neck will not get color. Actually covered my sunburn pretty well. But I know throughout the day it'll get cakey. I'm starting to lose sunlight. It's currently almost 8 o'clock. So hopefully I can finish recording this video before it's dark. And I'm going to go in with the Tarte Shape Tape in the shade Fair Beige and just put a tiny bit of that under my eyes and then finish off the eyes on the lower lash line. Looks extra light now. Do you ever just want to do nothing but lay in bed and watch YouTube videos all night, like binge watch them? I feel like I do that way too much, but I can't get enough. Does anyone have a MacBook that while you're recording an iMovie, it just decides to stop? Because, I mean, my MacBook's only 2 months old now, almost. 2 months, I think I got it in April. And sometimes it stops recording on me, but usually it saves, and this time it didn't. Watch, when I'm done making this part right here, the other part will be there. And the other part was going to be a voiceover. And then I changed my mind because I felt like I needed to come on here and explain myself as to why you didn't get to see me put on my eyeshadow. Alright, so I'm just going to use the butt of the blender again and blend the concealer into my foundation. Hopefully, is that too light? So then I'm going to go in with this Face Tapered brush by BS Small and a little bit of this Airspun translucent powder just to set under my eyes. I'm just going to set under here a little bit to hopefully prevent any creasing. I don't think there's ever been a day where I have not set under my eyes. I'm trying to remember back to when I first probably started wearing concealer, because I'm pretty sure I didn't know anything about setting under my eyes or anything. I probably didn't even wear concealer until I started watching YouTube. You ever have water so cold that it just, yeah, just that. Alright, so then I'm going to attempt to do my brows, even though I really don't feel like it, but you really can't see them. I'm going to use the ColourPop Brow Pomade in the shade Blondie. This is what this color looks like. And I'm going to attempt to do them with a little bit of a frayed angled brush from Wet n Wild. Wish me luck. I don't know if I cut that like frayed piece off if it would make it better, but whatever. I'm just going to speed through this part because it takes me about 10 years to do my eyebrows, so be right back. Alright, and then since they kind of don't match a little bit, I'm going to go in a little tiny bit with the brow pencil from ColourPop in the shade Dope Taupe. I'm going to try to run the spoolie through my eyebrows because they look a little thick up close, a little like it's caked up. Look, my sunburn is already coming through the foundation. Are you even remotely the same? Good enough. I'm going to go into my waterline with this NYX Faux Whites in the shade White Smoke. It's like a purpley lavendery white color. I have been loving this. I don't know why. I feel like it just gives a little something extra in the waterline that's not too like crazy. Let's see if you guys can see. Can you tell? It's like a purple white. It probably just looks white on camera. And they're so smooth. They actually had a whole bunch of colors, and I really want to try them. I feel like I haven't tried the ColourPop ones, but I feel like they're pretty comparable to the ColourPop ones, which I actually really want to try. If you've tried the ColourPop ones, let me know down below so I can see if they're worth it, because I think these were $7.99, and if the ColourPop ones, you know, glide on as smooth as these do and are just as pigmented, I might have to give those a shot as well. All right, so I think I want to do something different on the lower lash line. It's not going to be anything purple pink or anything like that. I'm going to go in with this ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Coconuts. And this is what the color looks like. It's a metallic, like peacock kind of blue color. I was going to go in with this small like definer brush, but I decided that I should just go in with the smaller end of this. It's already got blue on it. Look at that. Duet brush from Crown Brush. Do you ever do your makeup and just start yawning? Like your body knows that you just put makeup on and it wants to cry. All right, so just pick up some of this. Oh, I smushed it. I put a dent in it. Pick up some of that. I'm going to tap it, not like it makes a difference. And are you guys ready? You guys ready? I'm going to flip the brush over and go in with the fluffy side and kind of just smooth it out a little. Pick up a little bit more of the product and do the same thing under the other eye. But I think the blue kind of gives it a little something, you know what I'm saying? All right, so then I'm going to go in with, I know it's stupid, but I have the sample upstairs and the full size in my purse, but I'm going to go in with the sample that I have, a Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara, and just coat the top and bottom lashes. Okay, so now that I've finished the mascara, I can move on to the rest of my face because I completely forgot all about it. I'm going to go in with the BH Cosmetics Contour Palette and pick up a little bit of this shade right here on the Morphe G38 brush. Kind of lost my voice there. How cool would it be if this had a giant mirror in it and I wouldn't have to switch palettes? I'm really losing daylight. All right, so I kind of do think the Airspun is a little light under my eyes right now. So I'm going to go back in with the tapered brush and pick up a little bit of the yellow shade that's in this palette and see if that kind of balances it out some, because right now it looks really white. Is that any better? Can you even tell? Probably not, but we tried. All right, so to go with this kind of crazy look, I'm going to go in with a crazy pink blush, and this one's by Makeup Geek in the shade XOXO. It's a bright pink shade. I'm going to go in with the blush brush from BH Cosmetics and tap this all over the cheeks. So then I'm going to go in with a Real Technique stippling brush and just kind of blend everything together. Then for highlight, I want to go in with this Master Strobing Liquid by Maybelline in the illuminating shade Light Iridescent. Put a little bit on the back of my hand. Just that tiny amount. Can you guys see that little dot? And then I'm going to pick up the L'Oreal sponge again, pick up a little bit of that on the tip, Just gonna kind of tap this on the high points of my face. Do you guys see that? No highlight, highlight. No highlight, highlight. This stuff is no joke. Bomb. Kind of like a wet, dewy, beautiful iridescent look. A little bit on the tip of my nose. Just gonna add a little bit more to the back of my hand. The tiniest dot, pick them up on my sponge and add it to my cupid's bow, a little on my chin, and then I'm gonna try to highlight like right here like Nikita Dragon does, but every time I do it just doesn't look as good on me as it does on her. Let me get most of this off. Like her center of her nose right here always looks super wet and shiny and dewy and beautiful. It just never works for me, guys. Alright, so then for lips, I'm going to go in with the Essence Lip Liner in the shade 11 in the Nude. Just going to line and fill in my lips and then add some lipstick. Good enough. Then I'm going to go in with the shade Rose Madder by Jeffree Star. Just going to give it a little shake. Because the last time I opened it, it came out like pure liquid and went everywhere. I love these. They smell so good. Alright, you guys, that is it for this completed look. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a great big thumbs up. I stepped out of my comfort zone a little bit and put a lot of color on my eye. Kind of look like a clown, kind of like it at the same time. So, make sure you subscribe to my channel before you leave and hit the bell so you can get a notification every time I upload new videos so you can check them out. And yeah, thanks guys. Bye.